Jujutsu Kaisen is one of my favorite animes right now, and the latest Anime World Tower Defense update released a lot of really hyped Jujutsu Kaisen characters. So, in this video, I'm going to be playing Anime World Tower Defense until I evolved all of the new Jujutsu Kaisen characters. And the devs actually went crazy with this update because there's more than 5 characters that we all need to get in this video. So, there's going to be a lot of farming and a lot of evolving in this video. And let's start straight away because I can already evolve the first character in this video. And the first character is going to be this guy. I forgot what his name is in the anime. I think it's Noritoshi Kamo. I'm not exactly sure, but he's actually the easiest one to evolve. He might have 2 evolutions, but I'm not sure. So let's evolve him straight away and let's just see what he's all about. There we go. Yep, okay. Cool. Now what I want to see is if he has another evolution, which I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Okay, this is going to be the first character in this video. Let me just reroll on him very quickly. I'll take this for now. I really like having a low cost on characters. And I don't know how good he is right now, so I'm not too sure how much I need to reroll on him. But the main characters that I want to get in this video are going to be Geto. Geto is one of my favorite characters, and as you guys can see, I'm not actually missing that much to evolve him. And the other character that I'm really hyped for is Yuji, because obviously Yuji is the main character from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he finally got an evolution that apparently makes him really good. And to get all of the rewards that we need for this video, what I'm gonna have to farm is Paradox Invasion, which actually isn't that long to farm. The other thing that I would really like to get in this video though is the 4% character that you guys can see right here, because she's really necessary for a miracle rare character that I'm going to be getting in another video very soon. So hopefully I managed to get her in this video as well. This is the best team to farm Paradox Invasion, and as you guys can tell, I have 2 mythical traits on the 2 damage dealers for this team. So this is going to make the grind even faster, which is just great for this video. I'm going to go ahead and grind Paradox Invasion, and I'll be back once we can evolve more characters. Thanks to this new update, the only thing that I'm going to have to grind in this video should be Paradox Invasion, because the devs actually completely changed how the alchemy system works. And now, as long as you have a lot of universal materials, you can basically just craft any of the materials like the Broken Heavenly Spear and the Cursed Orb for Jujutsu Kaisen characters. And thanks to this trick that I found a few weeks ago, I have 37,000 universal materials, which means I don't have to worry about anything except the newest materials in this video. Okay, I've been grinding for quite a bit, but there's a lot of characters to showcase in this video, so we might as well start now. And the first character that I actually want to look at is Gojo, because even though Gojo didn't get a new evolution, he did get a huge rework. So let's have a quick look. I don't think most of his moves got changed, so let's just upgrade him very quickly. He gets blue, he gets red, which so far doesn't look new. This is the new part, because on his max upgrade before, you could just pick whichever one you wanted here. You could change his passive to whichever one you wanted. Purple was always the best, so let me just put that one on very quickly. And we also had the time stop, which was 50 seconds, which also hasn't changed. But as you guys can see, there's a new passive here, Void Tech 0.2 seconds. And I actually don't know what it does, so let's read it together. So there's a world time stop for 30 seconds, which allows Gojo to basically just completely shred the enemy for 30 seconds. But after that, you can't attack for 30 seconds. So this is basically just a boss shredder, which sounds really strong to me. And I do also have a trait that buffs damage on buffs. So I want to see his full potential against the boss. And I don't really know how much HP we should spawn. Okay, so let's spawn the boss. He has increased damage against the boss, and there is a new animation for purple. I don't know if there's a new animation for all of them, but it does look really clean. So 100 million he doesn't struggle with whatsoever, which is really nice. I don't really know how much damage he can do, so let me just spawn a boss that has 10 million HP and you can see how much damage he actually does to it. So let's do Void Tech, which is this. I did not see anything. I think he's attacking really quickly right now. Yeah, okay. But now he can't attack anymore for 30 seconds, which is still really good because he's already done 1 billion damage and they're only halfway there. And there we go. I think the boss just ran out of their range. But as you guys can see, they've done almost 2 billion damage by themselves, which is really crazy since Gojo is a crazy support. So yeah, that's what Gojo does, but bear in mind that Cosmic does scale off of the max HP of the boss. So it might be a bit lower than that against proper bosses. But before we move on to Noritoshi Kamo, I do want to see what his Void Tech animation actually looks like. So let me summon a 500 million HP boss. And okay, let me just put 3 cam speed on. Otherwise, it's going to take way too long. And yeah, let's see what the animation looks like. Yeah. So he's just spamming him. And that does look really strong. I mean, he just deleted 500 million HP. I mean, just bring that against any boss that you're struggling against. You press one button and you basically just win. So yeah, Gojo seems really strong. Anyways, let's move on to Noritoshi Camo now, which is the one I was talking about just now. I don't know how many placements he has. 4 placements? Yeah, okay. So he's at 4 placements, and let's see what his max damage is. I would like to see all his abilities, but this video is probably going to take a long time, so I don't want to waste too long in here. And our max upgrade, Blood Sorcerer, is doing 200k with Butterfly Guard buff, Leader buff, and Senku buff. I think he has all 3 of them. Yeah, he does. So with all these 3 buffs, he's at 200k, but that's because he's a bloodthirsty unit, which means he does more damage to enemies affected by bleeding. But I don't have any bleeding characters on this team, so I guess we're just gonna have to see how good he is without here. So let me just spawn. That's really loud. That's really loud, so let me just turn off the sound. But that's what his final animation looks like. Obviously, he won't be able to do that much damage since he doesn't have any bleed on the boss. This is literally just his pure damage. But I don't know, maybe on a team with a bleeding partner, he could be doing really good. But as of right now, he did 33 million damage, which isn't too good. And now that we saw the first new Jujutsu Kaisen characters, all I had left to do was farm the last few materials to evolve Geto and Yuji. But in the middle of my farming session, I ended up getting extremely lucky. Alright, let's see if I got the new character. And... oh! Wait, she's secret! Well... there we go, I managed to get her. Okay, I just finished getting all of the materials, so we should be able to evolve all of the characters left for this video. The only one I'm actually missing is Maki, but she's on the battle pass, so until I manage to reach tier 20, I won't be able to get her. And I'm still pretty far away, so we won't be able to get her in this video. But I can still evolve all of the other characters from this update, and the first one I want to evolve is actually Mai, which is Maki's sister. And I don't know if she's going to have 2 evolutions, so I'm going to have to see that. But for now, let's evolve her. Did my game just glitch? Well, I think my game just glitched, but I have her evolved now. I just restarted the game. That was weird. I don't know if we missed a cutscene. I hope not. But as you guys can see, she's not there anymore, so we evolved her. So that means we can focus on the main characters for this video now. And the first character that I want to evolve is Yuji. I hope there's an animation. And yeah, as you guys can see, I have 14 Uzumakis. I grinded a lot last night. So let's evolve him and let's just see if there's a cutscene. Okay, no cutscene. But this is how he looks. He looks amazing, honestly. And you just see the I'm you text. I'm hoping he's good. But the last character that we're going to evolve in this video, and probably one of the best characters from this entire update, is going to be Geto. I've heard some really good things about him, and he's not actually that expensive. Just very quickly before we evolve him, one thing I noticed, and I don't know why they did that, I just want to talk about that quickly because it was really long to farm. They increased the prices in terms of orbs. So now it's 40k, but if you look at all the characters, the red orb is just 25k. I don't know why they increased it to 40k. It just makes the grind way longer. And I mean, it's honestly a huge waste of time. I spent a lot of time just farming that. Not even farming the new stage, which was really long. But anyways, enough complaining. Let's evolve him. I hope there's a cutscene for this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. And let's just look at everything new. So, the first one is going to be Geto. Let's get him to level 40. And I guess he has a new cosmetic. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that does look pretty good. Okay, that's a nice one. I'm pretty sure he's one of the best characters from this entire update. So let me limit break him. Let's get him to level 55. I think it's 55. And let's also reroll. I do have pretty good stats on him, but I want to see if I can get something better. Oh no. Damn, if only I had good cost, I would have actually kept that. I guess we have to keep rerolling though. No way. That's really good as well. I need more range though, honestly. Oh, no way. Okay. That's perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. I spent quite a lot of rerolls, but it's fine. And now that we got everything that I wanted on Geto, let's look at Yuji. Alright, so here's Yuji. He actually leads Fierce Fighter, which sounds pretty good. 125%. I don't know if there's a better Fierce Fighter lead. but this does sound really good. There is a slightly better Fierce Fighter lead, which is Mash, but this one does sound really good because you're only losing 5% damage. And if you're not trying to bring Mash or you don't have him, this does look really, really good. Sadly though, Yuji doesn't have a cosmetic, which I was kind of hoping for, but he is Raise Attack and Crit, which is one of my favorite passives in the whole game, so I'm really hoping that he's going to be good. I'm not going to limit break him yet because I actually haven't heard anyone talk about him, so I don't know if he's good or bad. But let me reroll just like I did with Ghetto, and I'll only stop when I get really good stats. Okay, that one is really good, so I'm going to keep that one. And just very quickly before we go ahead and showcase all of the characters that I just got, I just want to reroll on Ghetto. I have one reroll, and let's just see what I get. Okay, I got precision. That's fine. Alright, so now that we have all of the Jujutsu Kaisen characters, let's showcase them. And the first one that I want to showcase is Gun Sorcerer before we get to the actually interesting characters. So, we're going to go over her very quickly. She's the first ambush character I'm actually going to be using, so I'm not too sure exactly how it works. But basically, the only thing I know is that the further away the enemy is, the more damage we're going to be doing. So, if we have a look right now with Butterfly and Senku buff, she's at 230k. I do also have Leader, but Leader doesn't actually apply to her. But anyways, I want to see kind of what she does, so let's have a look at the animation first. She literally just shoots. Okay, let me just see how many placements she is. So with 4 placements, we're gonna have about 1 million damage actually, which isn't bad, especially without Leader buff. I guess I could have brought Chozo because Chozo does buff the sibling team, which she's a part of. But for now, we're gonna be seeing her without the sibling buff. And let's just see if she can take on 100 million HP. The other thing is I don't know how ambush works, so I don't know how much damage we can end up doing. But so far this isn't looking too great. Honestly, I'm not too sure how ambush works, but we did manage to do 50 million damage. I don't know how good that is. For a rare character, I would say it's pretty good. But yeah, that's what Mai does. There's not that much more to her. So let me go get the characters you guys are here for now.
A few moments later.
Alright, so as you guys can see, I now brought Yuji and Ghetto, and they're both on the Gojo lead because I think it's going to be one of the best leads for this team. I don't know if you guys noticed before, but somehow Mai isn't on spiritual sensitivity, which doesn't really make any sense because Mai does have cursed energy in the anime. But anyways, the first character I want to look at is Yuji, and just look at the way he's standing. It's just so menacing. It looks so cool, and he is going to be a 4 placement character, and I do hope that's good. I guess we'll have to see. So he starts off straight away as a Raise Attack and Crit. 29% crit isn't that much, so let me just level him up to the highest level. And okay, he ends up at 60% crit chance. That's not that good, but it's actually not too bad. So let's see what his animation looks like. And okay, oh, okay, that does look really clean. Because he's a Raise Attack character, I'm going to let him stack now. And I'm going to be right back once I have him fully maxed out so we can see his maximum damage potential. I fully maxed him out now and he's at 2.76 million damage, which is actually really good, especially because he's not too expensive. And one thing I noticed as well is when he does the attack, there's Todo that appears in the back, which is kind of cool. But yeah, now let's see just how much damage he can deal with. If you guys watched my video on Dio could barely deal with 300 million. So I want to see if Yuji's better or not. And yeah, Yuji easily managed to deal with 300 million. He does have pretty good range, just like Dio. Wait, I completely messed up my Stone Doctor buffs. This is his max range, and his maximum damage is 3.6 million. Let's try 500 million HP. He managed to deal with 300 million without Senku buff, which is a bit insane. And while we're talking about buffs, I'm gonna just let them do their thing. He also is on Leader buff, which makes him way better. So let's see if he can deal with 500 million. They didn't manage to deal with exactly 500 million, but 420 million is actually pretty close, so I'm not too unhappy about that. Anyways, I'm back, and just very quickly before we start looking at Ghetto, there's just one thing about Yuji which I find a bit weird. Let me just play it, and you guys are gonna see. Look at this animation. The black flash goes like all the way here, but that's nowhere near where he's actually hitting. And I think maybe, just maybe, they should make the circle a bit bigger so it looks more accurate, and that would make him even stronger, which I would not mind at all. But yeah, that's Yuji. He does seem really, really good. But now for the main character of this video, I think he's the new LR plus, and apparently he's crazy strong. We're gonna be looking at Ghetto. Ghetto only has 1 placement, so I guess that's fine. And I actually have no idea what he does. And let's just upgrade him very quickly. Geto starts off as a tamer, then he becomes a bleeding, okay. Then we get Hookworm Curse, which I guess is his next attack, which makes him bloodthirsty, okay. I might see if I can pair him with Dio, and that could make a really good combo, honestly. Oh, okay, he just loses his bloodthirsty to become superpower though, which isn't bad at all. Superpower is really strong. And then those last few upgrades are where he gets really expensive. Okay. And as max upgrade, he's going to get curses, which is going to give us Tamamo, which buffs summon damage by 39%. How does that work? Is that just a buff that applies forever? I think it is. Okay, that's really strong. That's like Tamer, but even stronger. The next thing is Uzumaki. Use every curse to nuke. More curses equals more damage. And as you guys can see right here, he gets cursed energy. I think that's what it is. And I guess that just makes him stronger. I don't know how it works though, so I guess I'll have to find out. I want to see just what his last move is. Alright, let's see. So I guess all the curses just attack with him. That's really nice. Okay. And what do the curses do? Is there any way to know? This one, Cursed Monk, he has Justice. Justice, I think, does more damage the more debuffs are on the enemies. Something like that. And then the other one is the Blue Flame Curse. Oh, he applies Blue Flame. I think Blue Flame is like the first or second best flame debuff in this game. So I guess they just work perfectly together. That's good. The one thing is I don't know how Cursed Energy works. So should I just spam enemies and see how that works? I've also seen right here, it says something out of 500. I don't know what that is. Is it a buff or something? It probably is. So I guess I'll see if he stacks and I'll be back in a second. I just got 250 Curse Energy. I don't know how good that is, but I did see something which is kind of crazy. You guys see that thing that was out of 500? Basically, you can level up your curse. I think the more damage they do or something like that, the more the curse levels up. And then it makes the curse do even more damage. The Blue Flame Curse though does seem a lot stronger than the Justice Curse, because this guy is level 5 already and this guy's only level 2. But yeah, so I'm guessing we're just gonna keep the 250 Curse Energy, and we're gonna see if Geto like this can deal with 500 million damage like we did with Yuji. I feel like he can, so let's just see. He does also summon, by the way, which I noticed, so that's also really good. Wait, I was too focused on the damage, which by the way, they're about to just completely destroy that 500 million guy. I didn't even see his range. His range is the whole map. That's actually crazy. I don't think... Okay, one thing though is I don't think the curses have this much range, which I guess isn't that good. But yeah, they managed to deal with 500 million easily. So I imagine with Uzumaki, that would be insane. Let me just summon that 500 million HP guy again. Let's use Uzumaki. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. And boom. Wait, he just deleted 500 million HP and I barely stacked him. Yeah, this guy's broken. I can see why everyone was hyping him up. I can't believe they released this guy and the world evolution in the same update. The world could barely deal with 500 million with his time stop and everything, and this guy just casually deleted 500 million when I barely stacked him. I just had to take a little break and gather my thoughts because I can't believe the world and this guy came out in the same update. I know I just said that. I'm gonna make a tier list once I get all the characters from this update and all the evolutions and stuff like that. And Geto, I'm being completely honest, might be better than Chrollo. And if you guys don't know how good Chrollo is, Chrollo before this update was undisputed #1. He could deal with 1.5 billion damage just by himself, just from how strong he was. He didn't need a team, you just slapped him on. He doesn't have a nuke or anything and he got banned from Abyss because just having him would literally make Abyss so easy. The only reason I would see Chrollo still being #1 is because Chrollo maybe has a better partner for his passive. But right now, Geto might be #1. So that's just insane, guys. But anyways, now that we got all of the characters, that's going to be it for this video. And Geto, 100% the best character in this video by far. Yuji also, we didn't talk about Yuji. Yuji is also really good, honestly. But this guy is just leagues better. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, bye.